Hello all, welcome to Coder. Today let us solve the lead codes daily challenge, and the problem is maximum length of a concatenated string with unique characters. You are given an array of strings. A string is yes is formed by the concatenation of subsequence of array that has unique characters. Return the maximum possible length of yes. A subsequence is an array that can be derived from another array by deleting or no elements without changing the order. So what is the example one? Example one is UN, IQ, and UE. You can have this string UN is itself and one string. Then we can the maximum possible length is 2 until now. You can append UN with UE, but you can see there is a duplicate character U, so you cannot append UN and UE. You can append UN plus IQ, and there is a total length now 4. The maximum length so far is 4, and consider we have a string AB here, so we can append UN, then an IQ, then an AB, then the string AB. Now the total length is 6 now. So you can see the total length is now 6, and the maximum length so far is 6 for this case of input. So this is what the problem states. You have to append the strings such that they are having a unique characters. So if we are having such a unique case, then obviously the string is going to contain maximum possible length is 26. So that is one observation that we can get it. Or else if the string is not unique, then obviously we are going to have a 0 as our minimum possible case. So what we can do is we are going to form a subsequence. So we want to go and surf through all the possible ways. We have to see whether all possible ways or not. Without all possible ways and without concatenating all possible strings, we cannot definitely say how say this is having a unique characters or not. So what we can do is initially we can have a recursive. We are going to create a recursive function, and I'm going to call the recursive function from the main as solve. This solve is going to give us the maximum length, so maximum length that can be generated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack in the sense, first I will fill the unique characters, then I will backtrack, then I will call the next recursive call, and once that recursive call is returned me for some answer, I'm going to backtrack again. So that is I'm going to do each and every time. So for that we are going to have a map first. We are going to have a map that is going to be of size 26, and initially we can let that frequency can be 0 initially for that map, and then I'm going to pass the vector of strings array, and I'm going to start from the 0th index. And what I'm going to do is I can either pick this particular string. If I'm picking this particular string, what does this picking in the sense that while picking this string, it should also have a unique string, right? It should not append with the before frequency of that map. So if I have a string which if I have a string that is going to generate a map of, let us consider how these are the indexes till 25. Consider we are having a string AB, so this AB string would have making this map as 1 and 1. If this would have made 1 1 1, if I'm having another string, consider we are having another string CD, I would be making this also 1 and 1. And if I have another string AC, as you can see that A and C is already visited. If one character is already visited, then appending that A and C string with this sequence definitely not going to give us a unique characters. So what we are going to do is we are going to return at that particular point of time. We are not going to pick that particular string. So for each and every index, I have two possible ways: either pick or not pick. And once I pick that, I want to make the frequency of that particular string that particular string in that vector. I want to update the map, and then I want to go for the next recursive call. And once I return back, I want to re-update in the sense I want to remove the frequency in that map, and then I want to go for the not pick case for that particular index. So this is what I'm going to follow this approach. So we can try to code this approach now. So let us have a map first. We can have a vector of map which is of size 26 and initially a 0. I will initialize it to 0. I'm going to return solve. Hmm, instead of this function, okay, that we can see later on. What do I mean now here is I'm going to pass this map. I'm going to pass this array. I'm going to pass the index that I'm going to start, and I'm going to have the size of the array as well, and passing the size as well. So what is my recursive function is function now states is going to return an integer variable solve, and the taking the parameter vector of int map, then the vector of string array, vector of string array, and the int index and int size. In any case, if I'm going to return, if I'm going to reach the size of the array, I'm going to return 0. Or else what I can say is, I'm going to pick that particular string, or else I'm not going to pick that particular string. I'm going to have int pick initially to be 0. So what do I mean by this picking case? If I pick this case, what I'm doing is I'm updating the frequency in my map. So how I can update? First I want to check whether this is not this string, whether updating this particular string in the map is valid or not. If it is not valid, then I cannot update this. So I will have a check function that I'm going to pass the map vector and then the string array of I. If this check function is going to return me true, then I am going to call the recursive function by pick equal to 1 plus in the sense I'm going to call the instead of calling the 1 plus, what I can say is I can have the length of the string plus the length of the string is integer array of I dot size. The length of the string is array of I dot size plus the next recursive function solve plus all. I want to update. Now I want to update this map, update the map, and here I want to remove the updates from map, and then come and go for the not pick case. Not pick is also similar. Not pick is also similar into not pick. Here the not pick case is nothing, a very simple solve function map. I'm passing the array, and I'm going to the next index, and I'm going to pass the size as well, and finally I'm going to return the maximum of pick and not pick. Solve the function array I plus 1 and n. Super. So now I want to define the check function. How I'm defining? I'm going to have a boolean check where I'm passing the parameters vector of int map and string yes. Now first I want to check for each and every character in my yes, if map of ch minus a is 0 or not. If it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, return false. If it is not greater than 0, what I can say is return true. If this is returning me a false, then I will update the map. So what I will do is I will call the function update map and array of I, and I will for call the function remove. This is the backtracking case that is happening here. Remove function with passing the parameter map and array of I. This is not that much big length string, so this is not going to cost much if I'm traveling each and every string each and every time. So this function void update, I am going to take these same parameters map and the string. So what do I mean here? For auto ch in my yes, map of ch minus a equal to 1 true. And simple, that's it. And this remove function is also simple. Remove function is making it to 0, that's it. But how do I say whether this string is unique? First I want to check whether this particular string is unique or not. So I will call the function unique string. I will pass the parameter yes. So how I am going to have another function. This is going to check whether this string is unique or not. String ampersand yes. How do I check for uniqueness? I can have a vector int frequency of size 26 comma 0 for 0 for auto ch in my yes. If my frequency of ch minus a is not equal to 0, then return false. Else I will update the frequency of ch minus a equal to 1 true, and finally I can return true. So this is going to check for uniqueness of that string. So for each and every time I'm updating, then picking that particular case, and then I'm removing and going for the not picking case. If I'm picking that case, I'm going for that recursive call, and finally I'm returning the maximum of pick and not pick. So I hope you enjoy the solution by thinking of possible various cases and possible various edge cases. So now let us try to run our code. Okay, it is not yes, it is array of I. Now let us try to run the code. Superb, it gets accepted. Let us use the example test cases as well. Superb, it gets accepted. Let us submit the code. Superb, wow, nice. Hope you like this video and it got accepted. So that's it for today's video, and tomorrow let us see in tomorrow's LeetCode daily challenge. Until then, bye.